Hello, this is a note on the viewing of the parameter simulated radar reflectivity, composite reflectivity, and we are coming back to this issue because it is now available as of the last 2 days, as of just 2 days ago, June 12th, I think. It is now available in the USGFS model, and that means we can get this squall forecasting around the world, global waters. And one of the programs I want to show, well, you can see it in programs like XyGrib. That's all packaged and ready to go. XyGrib, Expedition, and those programs, they have this all built in. But a lot of the other programs, or I'd say almost all the other programs, do not quite yet have this parameter plugged in yet. And so, but a couple will show it, but you can't request it. So that's why we have an article, which I'm going to reference here in the description. We have an article that shows how you can go and get the files, and then you can view them. And one of the programs that will view them, in fact, very nicely, is XyGrib. And this is actually some data showing. And let me just, before I get into that, let me just make a reference. Here's where you get XyGrib at opengribs.org. It's a work largely of David Gal in Israel. And then here's the program. There's a Mac and PC version. I'm using the Mac version. They work, as far as I can tell, exactly the same. And then while we're here, another site that he runs, which is related to what we're talking about, is called OpenSkyron.org. And that's where he's got two kinds of Grib files. If you go here, two kinds of Grib files. These OpenSkyron Grib files, which you can look at that he's arranged with various people. And then these WRF model calculations, and then these, you click this and you can see these and so forth. And all of these maps here actually have in them the reflectivity, simulated radar reflectivity, REFC. And so you can get that. And then once you have those loaded, you can view them. And that's what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at one of those European WRF model computations, and I'm viewing it in, and he's got like all these hours. These are actually very big files. But the ones we're talking about now, I'm going to show you in this other article. Well, it's already written up. How to show you in the other article how you can just get a much smaller file for any region. But the WRF files are probably better for this in this particular region. But here it is. Here's the unique thing about this XyGrib. Now here's where you request a file. And you see it recognizes it. So, but you can't really ask for it. You especially can't ask for it. Here's GFS. Now the GFS, actually, this should be black. It's now, as of 2 days ago, this is a parameter that you could check and get. But you can't get it yet. And I understand that this will be added in July or August, something like July or August. XyGrib will be updated, and then you can get the global version of the new GFS. That's the FV3 model of GFS, and which is the only one available now. And that will have this parameter be black, so you can click that and then get it. But for now, you cannot get it that way. However, if you load a program that already has it, it will show it, and it shows it very nicely. Cancel. And that's what I was showing here. I thought I had some up here. I don't see it right this minute. You have to go weather map, reflectivity. Oh, okay. Well, I don't see it for the moment. I don't know what happened. Or maybe the days, different days. Yeah. Oh, there was no squalls. That's probably what it was. So we have to look at, these are the squalls, and then so forth. And then you can look, let's see, do I zoom this? Yeah. And this one moved, let's see, if I do command, yeah, I'm doing command and zoom. Yeah, so this is a nice presentation of these squalls. And then this is the color bar over here. Now, so this is like, and you read it up here somewhere, reflectivity. right in here. So this green and his is like 34, 33. That's getting into the point. You know, if you see 40, things like that, you're starting to get in a very serious squall. Or when they start getting red in the middle here, red like that. So, and then you can track squalls this way. Much better way to track squalls and to try to do it with rain or precipitation is a very tricky parameter in the Grib format. That's another long story. And then, but the idea of convective stability parameters, they're not very reliable. This is a very reliable technique for squall forecasting. So that's that. So now what I want to do though is show. Now this is a whole bunch of these that I downloaded. That's all packaged up coming from OpenSkyron. But I want to now go and open file, okay, or I don't know where you, okay, here I could click this button. Now here, and this is when I was just running, that's 7-8 megabytes. But this is now in the other video, we have these files that we downloaded, and there's a video explaining how you get these. You get an email request to Sail Docs to get these. But here's the thing I want to illustrate. And in that video, you'll see that this is where you get them, F00, like that. And we had to tack on the Grib. But this program, see, XyGrib will actually load that guy. He doesn't mind that you don't have .grib. So it's a lot streamlined. You just download it, load it, and it knows it's a Grib and it runs. But XyGrib will only load one file at a time. One file at a time. So if you want to run more than one, like we had all three of these, we did all three in the video, in the earlier video. But what you'd have to do is combine them into something like this, and then open that one. So I'm going to show that in a minute. So let's go say open, and now get this combined one, and this should show all three of them. Yeah. So here we have, what do we have? Well, 4 of them. Well, anyway, these are the ones that are combined. I don't know exactly what I combined to get that. But if you want to combine Grib files, let me give you a reference for that. How to combine Grib files. And I'll put this link in there. We have it in the article where I'm going to reference another article in here I'll reference earlier, but you can go in here, and this shows how to combine Grib files with a Mac or PC. It's just using some commands that'll bring them together. And if you have a program like OpenCPN, for example, that's the next video I do right tonight is going to be doing the same thing, looking at these in OpenCPN. OpenCPN has a very beautiful feature. You can just highlight 5 videos and say click, and it'll load them and combine them all at the same time. But XyGrib does not do that. You have to do external. The other thing I want to remind you, if you're just experimenting with this, I had this trouble. Up at the top menu bar, up at the top there's a menu bar that says, you can't see it probably, I'm off the key, but it says there's a weather map icon, and a menu item, weather map, and you have to click that and be sure you have reflectivity turned on, or it won't show up here. And so that's that. The other thing too is there's this color bar, and again I think I mentioned getting up here 40, 50, 40, 45 is big. Our book, let's see, where is our book here? We have a book, Modern Marine Weather textbook. That's online. There's e-books, Apple, Kindle, whatever, and paper books. And this has a section on these REFC parameter, and that's chapter 4.6, section 4.6, and it discusses this sort of diagram we made up. This is sort of a standard color bar used in the US. The European version is I think actually a little bit better. It's slightly different, but it's probably a little bit better. There's not a hard, fast standard on it, though most European agencies use one type and most American agencies use another type. Those two. But periodically you see others. OpenCPN is still, developing theirs. They have a different one, but it works perfectly fine. That's not an issue. But so here's that. The other thing this book will point out to you is what you're looking for. See, steep gradient. The red is a nasty business here. And when it's going from red to nothing, very sharp. See, this is a very broad gradient where it's going from no reflectivity up to very strong, but it's over a big period. So this side here is much more intense than this side. Same way down here. So you're looking for steep gradients along here. Not this side back here so much as right along here. So that's in that book. What else do I have to notes here? Combine, need to weather, okay, can't, okay, that's all that. So I think that's all I wanted to say about this. I'll make one more other video showing how to view these on a forthcoming version of OpenCPN.